Holy moly, am I gonna be late on my first stream back? Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, don't wanna. Y'all didn't see that. Nobody saw that. I apologize. We are cutting the time down just a little bit. Because we're still working on the house. But, holy cow, we're here, we're alive! What's going on? Holy shit. It's been a minute. It sure has. Sorry, I gotta figure out how I normally do this. It's been a while. Let me see. Where is this? Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure that was gonna go. The internet seems good. Oh, I didn't hardwire. Hopefully it'll be okay. This is gonna be a little bit of a shorter practice session. Normally I like to do 2 hours, but I have to unfortunately split it up today into 2-a-days essentially, because, well, I've got shit going on with the house. There's no mold. The mold has been remediated, and I'm thrilled. So now we've been working on the rest of the kitchen, putting up drywall where it had to be cut away, and another spot doing some drywall stuff, and then I think it's like cabinets, floors. We got an electrician coming out to do the dishwasher hookup and a couple of things. Then we're gonna try and get the doors and all done. It's coming along, you guys. It sure is. Hope y'all are doing well. Can I tell you, I'm a little cold. I haven't played for about 15 minutes, but this morning, for some reason, my fundamental low C's are like hitting, and not just hitting, they're hitting and being held, and I think picking up on the mic. I don't know where that came from, because that's not something that I've been able to do over this break of that I haven't been able to stream. Also, I'm just now realizing I don't have the monitor up over here. Let's do it. Excellent. Cool. And then y'all can't see down here just out of frame, but little puppers. We got little puppers in here today. It's a good day. I hope y'all are having a good day. You know, as far as Mondays go. Not quite at the moment. It's like it hit ever so slightly. I don't think the camera's, or the, did I say camera? Microphone? I don't know. It's been a while. I'm not used to this shit. But the next thing to do is lip drills. We are on Lip Drill Monday. And I will say, let's not subdivide. I will say, as far as lip drills, I think between today and the last stream, there has been a lot of progress. That's not even an I think, that's like, I know that shit. We actually kind of have a lip drill nowadays. So lay down, buddy. Good boy. Well, you might want to go back outside. Professor, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you, dude. 1 second, I gotta let the dog out. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't want to be here with for the party. Yo, confused guy! What's going on? Dude, I saw your comment. I saw your comment. I hope the all the exams went great. All that's left are the competitive exams to get into university. Dude, best of luck to you. So proud. You got the first ones out of the way. We all knew you were going to do excellently. And now all that's left is the rest, right? I don't know, but you're going to do great. Best of luck to you, friend. Good to see y'all. I've missed you guys. I really have. I really have. And I don't have the timer. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. There we go. Let's get under timer. Just get it started. Nice and easy. Nice and easy bit of lip trill action. That's kind of a trill. We kind of got it. Woohoo! Those have been feeling real good these past few days, like week or so. I'm sorry, this is so much fun. It's like, it's kind of doing it. Yo, what's going on, Mdor? Yeah, I've been getting the pings from the orchestra and all. I'll be real with you, I haven't really read too much into there, but I saw there was reinstatement, and for that, congratulations are in order. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope all that is, in the past, whatever. Like, again, I have no idea what was going on. I kind of just, like, skimmed through. But good to see you, my friend. Like, if I could just do like a day's worth of practice of just trills, I would be happy. Like, that's so much fun. Oh my goodness. Whoever invented lip trills for French horns or other brass, like, they're a real one for that. Things are improving now, except the crap weather here in southern Ontario. Most of the eastern half of the continent is tough. Yeah, I'm very, very lucky and spoiled because spring has sprung here in Florida. I have my asparagus is popping out of the ground. A lot of stuff is like uh, uh, is starting to come up, especially the stuff that I sort of like put off or put in the ground like over the fall, over the winter, and sort of hoped would come up in the spring. They're starting to do it. Passion fruits are coming back with a vengeance. Oh my god! This is the best time of year. Like springtime, I always forget about it. Just how much I love the springtime when it starts to like emerge from from the winter, which in Florida is like February, March, sometime in that. So, oh, it's a great time. Uh, just say I need a mental health break. That's perfectly understandable. One of my ex-colleagues in the orchestra took advantage of that, and of me not naming names or getting the weeds because past the past totally is up from there. I hear that. I'm terribly sorry that that happened to you, but like you say, it's in the past. We're not thinking about that. We're past that. We're beyond that. We are evolved, elevated, enlightened beings at this point. That sucks. You could do that day of practice. But man, just trilling for one, like just for a whole day. First off, that would be. I feel like that would not. I would get so tired so quick because they're not easy. I'd get like 5 minutes in and be okay. That's it. We're done. And I will say I've been putting in a lot of. I always put in a lot of work on my low register. Y'all know that. That's been from day one. And how many times have I said, this is the time I figured out the low register for sure? Well, I kind of think I maybe did this time though. I don't know, we'll see. But it seems more consistent and more like solid in what it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's my lessons have been less, strictly technique and more like almost meta lessons, making sure to not fall back into bad habits, reinforcing like foundational things, and like, okay, go back to here's the core concept. This is, and like making sure that I relax. Like this is spring break technically for me. So my assignment this week was to like get out into my garden and relax and sort of take some pressure off, and all this stuff to continue practicing, but also to do things for my mental. So that's my homework, and I am excited to get into that. Oh shit, St. Patty's Day tomorrow. That's true. I need to figure something out for that. My dang Weedle tattoo that y'all can't see. There's no green on here. My next tattoo needs to have green for this specific purpose. Probably going to be a Florida Gator head. Oh, this stupid camera. This dude. Gator head. Probably going to do that somewhere. But then that'll be my St. Patrick's Day for the rest of my life. Never have to worry about that shit. It's like it's there. It's like it'll pop into really, really fast, and then I gotta like do it again. That's as good as I've ever done a lip trill, like far and away, way better than I've ever done a lip trill in my life. That's so much fun. Two and three series is not nearly as good as the 1 and 2 series. Did I already say in here that I bought a fife? You may have. It sounds familiar. I know you fixed... You got your kid a flute, you fixed a tin whistle, you got a fife, something with harmonicas as well, if I remember correctly. I feel like the fife was mentioned, but maybe it might have been in Discord, actually. I'm not sure. A fife, my goodness. You sure are a collector, my friend. I oftentimes think about, like, I would love to just have like my music room just filled with like instruments, you know, all kinds of musical instruments. But then I think I have to like buy all the musical instruments, and then I would want to like play all the musical instruments, and it's like, yeah, it's not very ADHD friendly of me. You know. Those lower series, it's so weird. The lower series used to actually like work better than the higher ones, and now I can trill on a C and I can't trill on a G or an A flat. It's weird. Fix my daughter's flute. Nothing new with the harmonica. I gotcha. I think we were talking about maybe you were teaching me harmonica things, if I remember correctly. There was something with a harmonica, but that's all good. 14 instruments that are mine and a family piano. Holy shit. Wow. But you have, you know, some level of proficiency on them, right? Like you take the time to, it's not just sitting there collecting dust. If I were to get them, I know they would be worse than my guitars. My guitars collect dust, and I like to play my guitars. You know? Oh, goodness. That's freaking awesome, dude. Like, what an incredible musical household you have. That's legitimately, like, my ideal. Probably not in this house, because it doesn't have the space, but I would love to get, like, to have an upright piano. I can't fit even a baby grand for sure. But like an upright piano, have like a shrine to music in this room. Oh, I would love it. It would go right here. I can tell you. I can picture it. I can play a basic scale on all of them and can make some sounds that I like. Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. That's an awesome party trick too. Just be like, hey, check this shit out. Pull out the ocarina, play some Zelda, pull out the fife and do some whatever. Pull out the harmonica, do a little Billy Joel Piano Man kind of shit. Blues Traveler, like, that's the dream. Take that show on the road. I don't need the click for this. That's not the right tempo. Whew. That's some Wagner. Diego, greetings from Florida. Thank you from El Salvador. Good to see you, my friend. And greetings from Florida as well. That's what I meant to say. I didn't quite do it correctly, but welcome. Glad to see you. I can even link things out on the piano and a little bit on the flute as well. 2 to 3 clarinets, flute, and a ukulele. Wow, dude. That's right. And the trumpets and bassoons and all manner of musical shenaniganery. Y'all got a whole ass chamber orchestra over there. That's crazy. This excerpt, by the way, is from Wagner's Lohengrin. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but the prelude to Act 3, second horn here. It's written. Can I say something? Like, Wagner, brilliant musical mind, operatic mind, sure. But like, why the fuck do you write it like this? It starts horn in G, in E, in G, in E, in D, all the way until the end of the excerpt when we play in G, in E, in A flat for some reason. Like, just like pick a key. I actually talked to my professor about why the hell it's written like this. Apparently, it's a historical thing because around the time of Wagner and Strauss and the 1850s or thereabouts, the first valved horns and double horns, prototype of the modern instruments were kind of being produced and put out there on the market, and so apparently that has something to do with this. Why it's written in such a way, because now I guess you could, as opposed to before you'd have to put in your E crook, right, or your E flat crook, your G crook, and you would be able to play in that key. So now that you're able to quickly shift between horns in G, E, D, A flat, F, whatever, you can just do it up here as opposed to physically. I don't know. It's still a fuck ass way to write a piece of music. That's all I'm saying. And 3 more recorders for your. Yeah. There's this. Oh, and by the way, I hadn't thought about these, but there's just extra. Blah 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 blah. There's always potential for shrieking instruments in your ears, especially recorders, especially children on recorders. I was in 4th grade once, and only once. Anyways. Oh my goodness. I had to burp. Excuse me. Please get us out of school. You sound great. Hey, thank you. I don't know that I can write you a note. Maybe I don't think your administration would accept it, but I'll write it in signed Pondbird. Your favorite French horn streamer says, "Get the fuck out of school." Don't want to be in engineering class anymore? I don't blame you. I sure would not either. You poor thing. I am so sorry. Nothing I can do for you, my friend. Except maybe play a little, some gummy polka. If I can. This is a tough piece, but... No, I can't do you a gummy polka. Yeah, maybe not gold. Gummy polka. God. Don't know what I'm talking about here. Are teachers yelling at us? Yeah, that doesn't sound good. What are y'all doing? Like, why is there yelling? There should not be yelling during instruction. There should be instruction and teaching and gentle guidance and mentorship during instruction. What the hell? Sounds like your teacher's a very bad teacher. Have I played in orchestras before? Fun fact, I've never played with an orchestra. I honestly have not, no. When I was in college, I didn't have an opportunity to play with my the university's orchestra. I only played with the Wind Symphony. And yeah, I never had a chance to participate in like youth orchestras or anything like that. And now that I'm old as shit, I'm gonna try an audition for. There's a local symphony. In about April or May, I'm gonna try and do an audition to be on their sub list. I'm not terribly optimistic, but maybe we'll. I don't know. We'll see. But no, I have not ever had the pleasure to play with an orchestra, unfortunately. A tornado might come to our school. Holy hell. This just got real. Like, seriously, be safe. That shit's no joke. I remember tornado drills and, you know, some tornadoes coming around when I was a kid, when I was in school, and that shit is terrifying. You're a clarinet player. Hey, that's awesome. Welcome, welcome. I love me some clarinet. I can't do it myself, but I love to listen to it. What is it? The Mozart Clarinet Concerto, first movement, the one in A, I believe, is one of my favorite. It was on a Mozart like compilation disc that I had when I was growing up. So I listened to that, and specifically the first movement, like on repeat. It's just so good. The way the arpeggios in that one go do 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 do. It just it's different, you know. Love me some clarinet. like those. I don't like those B flats. Our teacher's mad again. Have you heard of Beethoven's Pastoral? Is that Symphony 6? I think so. I think I know that one. That's a great, wonderful symphony. I don't think I know the horn solo specifically. Beethoven 6 is not a popular excerpt. Beethoven, like 3, 9, 3 and 9 have big excerpts. I don't know. I'm not familiar with many of the other ones, but teacher's yelling, I'm scared. Well, so yelling seems counterproductive in this scenario. You know, I would imagine stay calm and get to the, designated shelter areas is probably more effective. But what do I know? I'm just a dude who plays French horn on the internet. So I didn't do the group assignment. Our group mate is mad. I hate to break it to you, but I would be too. I would be mad too, just straight up. Them's the breaks. But seriously, like, overarching all of this is like, please stay safe. Sincerely. I don't know if you're like messing with me or whatever. It's hard to tell from text and, the internet, but like, if it's true, like, seriously, please stay safe. I hope y'all are doing well. Can't do a dang lip trill in context. Class is done in 20 minutes. We have a delay today, but the weather won't come until 2. So y'all have enough time to like get out of the way or shelter in place, hopefully. Is this Mozart? The bit, so what I was playing I've kind of been doing a bunch of stuff. I've been playing from Strauss's First Horn Concerto, is the piece that I sort of did the exposition to. And then just now, I was doing a bit from, I think it's Mozart 2, that one's a Mozart concerto. So I've just kind of been noodling, but good ears. Can that puppy handle a cucaracha? He can. He doesn't like to dance very much. Jean Wagner, good to see you, my friend. We just played an excerpt from your father, John Wagner. Shit, that's your name. Mr. John Wagner is your father. Some Lundgren. We did the Prelude to Act 3 excerpt not too long ago. It's a very good one. It's written like an annoying, very, very annoying, but trill sounded like Mozart. That's what I was going for. Hell yeah. Cool. I'm glad that came across. Awesome. I'm still working on the trills. They're not necessarily all there on command, but like they're getting there. Anyways. What is up? I'm sorry for pronunciation. Jiwan. Apologies. I know I just screwed up your name, but good to see you. Hitting the V on the front makes it sound way fancier. Hitting the V on the front. The Wagner. But it's like, you have to. I don't make the rules. It's just the law, For Wagner and Weber and depending on how you spell it. You know, all the Russians, like Shostakovich, you know, can be spelled with a W and some stylized. If you do Tchaikovsky, Rimsky-Korsakov, you know. I'm just saying, there is precedent. Get back into this. This has been messy as hell. The teacher made us turn our computers off. Well, then how are you typing? I just played. I like Rimsky-Korsakov. I played Capriccio Español. I am not familiar with that one. I actually, honestly, I don't know much of Rimsky-Korsakov, kind of at all. I need to definitely put some time in and listen to some more. You said the Capriccio Español. Rimsky-Korsakov. That is on my, it is now on my list. Thank you for the suggestion. Hell yeah. Brazilian Portuguese. They borrowed W into the alphabet. Really? So I was talking to my friend about Charles Darwin. He had no idea who I was talking about until I said Darwin. No way! That's so interesting. Brazilian Portuguese does not have a W, huh? My camera does not have an autofocus feature. That's really interesting. My girlfriend's family, not Brazilian Portuguese, but I think has Portugal Portuguese on her side, and so we've been making some Portuguese stews with like linguiça and chouriço and all kinds of like sausage and stuff, and oh man, that's some good shit. I didn't know about the W's though. That's crazy. That's so interesting. Charles Darwin. Oh, that Darwin. What will he come up with next? What's that about monkeys? I don't know. Alright, let's see. Ooh, you know what we might be able to do? I actually haven't played Shostakovich in a minute. The Shosti 5. Kind of since my since I've been undergoing these low register changes. Key to that story, the W often has the V sound. I think I got that. Yeah. I love linguiça, dude. Linguiça is so fucking good. We did, can I tell you? So we didn't do, my girlfriend's mom made like I don't know if it's like an actual dish or anything, or if it's just what they call Portuguese stew, but it's like a tomato-based broth, sausage. I think it's linguiça and chouriço and like vegetables and stuff cooked up. Fantastic. My girlfriend and I we baked some hoagie rolls. Oh baby, we baked fresh baked hoagie rolls, and we had we were trying to do like a Portuguese inspired meatball sub type of thing. So we did a marinara with some like I think we used like Cubanelle peppers, maybe not Cubanelle. Yes, I think it was Cubanelle peppers, and like paprika, tomato based, you know, all that kind of, like, just essentially did a Portuguese style meatball sub on a fresh baked, home baked hoagie roll. Oh, buddy, that was some good shit. Like that still haunts my dreams, my waking nightmares. Brazilian calabresa is the best sausage I've ever had. Calabresa. Ooh. We gotta calabresa, question mark, exclamation point. I gotta look that up, and I gotta ask my girlfriend about it, because if her parents or if her mom has been holding out on me, the calabresa, I don't know, we might have to have some words. Not really, I love her mom. That sounds so good. Dude, it was incredible. Like I like to brag, but I like to say I don't like to brag, but I do like to brag. I'm a really good cook. Most of the time. And like whenever we're motivated to really try a recipe like that, they basically always hit. I don't know what to say other than like skill difference, but it's so good. What are we making? What did we just make that was really, really good? Dang, I actually forget. We did something. I made a salmon chowder not too long ago. I thought it was better than my girlfriend did. She just got, because it made a lot of it, and so we had it for multiple meals, and she got just tired of it. But it was really, really good. Anyways, did you miss us? The bell rings in 5 minutes. I did miss you, and I'm sorry that you're gonna have to leave us so soon. That's very sad. Before you go, here's some Shostakovich, because I need to stop procrastinating and actually practice. Kind of got there at the end. Who's my favorite composer? It's such a difficult question because like I say, I don't know a ton of, like, for example, Rimsky-Korsakov. I don't know a bunch of Liszt or Schubert, or, I know some Chopin. I don't know as much Debussy as I would like. From what I do know, I think, it's probably Strauss. Richard Strauss is definitely up there. Beethoven's so good. Like, Mozart's so good. And especially playing Mozart, I really love his horn concertos. They're a lot of fun, even though they're kind of like the same thing written 4 times, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, it's it's kind of like just like your favorite child, right? Like, I don't know. Having 0 myself, they say misery loves company. But I think with ADHD, I think distraction loves company. Distraction definitely knows. Yes. Yes. And if I can help you distract you so that you can focus, then I've done my job. That's actually not great. Maybe a stupid question, but usually, is your other hand in the tube when you play? I have 0 knowledge of most wind and brass instruments. That is an excellent question, in fact. And yes, there is actually quite a bit of right hand technique. Sorry, you can't see it from there. Right hand technique that goes into playing the horn. So for me, actually, something that I struggle with but a bad habit, especially down low playing, is you'll have your hand sort of in a normal, regular position that works in the mid and upper registers, especially. But when you go down low, you really have to, you got to kick your wrist out, and so it's you open it up to really allow the low stuff to come through. And as well, Sigfigs, good to see you, my friend. It's been a minute. Tuning as well. So for example, tuning and timbre can be adjusted on the fly, and you can even do what's called a stopped horn, which is it transposes your horn to a semitone above the next partial down. Let me demonstrate. So if I'm playing an E, the next partial down is a C. Bom, bom. Major third down, right? So if I stop the E, that plays a D flat, which is a semitone above the partial below. So stopped horn actually gets into a bit of music theory and harmonic series knowledge that you gotta like figure out, especially for like passages that have a lot of stop. There's one piece, in fact, and now y'all just got me on a tangent, but like that's fine. Where is Monoceros? I might have it in here with me. No, that's Villanelle. Dang, I don't have it. But the whole back page is just like, it's an arpeggio going up and down, and it's all stopped, and it's something that I have to like figure out how to do. I can't just like play it, because you have to figure out where. Especially for jazz, actually, I have a jazzy piece that takes advantage of some stopped horn stuff that I think we're gonna play. Now that you mention it, I only know string stuff for the most part. Played a mean recorder in my elementary school, though. We were just talking about recorders. Professor over on Twitch, he's got a couple of recorders for his kids, and I tell him I don't know how he can stand it, because I also played a mean recorder in elementary school, and I know how bad that shit sounded. So, thank you, Felicia. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate that. Let's because like the stop bit here, you kind of have your own like built-in wah-wah kind of. Shoot, I forget this part. And it's tricky. It's a fun little bit of. I don't know this variation as well as I know the other ones, and I haven't played the other ones in a minute, so I probably don't know those very well. By dodging the tornado, sincerely stay safe. I still don't know if you're messing with me, but on the off chance that you're not, that's scary shit. Be safe, my friend. Opened up YouTube in time for the ad on Twitch. That's how we do it. That's the strategic way, Professor. I mean, I keep being surprised by the depth of your ingenuity, but then I remember this man literally is the professor. You know? My corners are getting fatigued. Another reason why I can call myself the professor. It's all up there. It's all up there. You already know. Like, I'll be thinking something, considering something, be like, oh, right, maybe I should say this. And Professor's already typed out a 5-paragraph essay in chat detailing everything I was previously going to say. Like, what you're playing now makes me think of Tripperies. I haven't played, dude. It has been literally 16 years since I played Tripperies. I played them in 2010 as a freshman in college. Oh my god, first off. Thank you for that. The piece, if you're not familiar, it's called Blues and Variations for Monk by David Amram. He wrote it for Thelonious Monk. It was inspired by and dedicated to the memory of Thelonious Monk. It's a great, absolutely wonderful piece. I wish I could play it well. I'm my own like brushes on cymbals at that point. They're so hard. I don't honestly I don't remember. I just remember doing tripperies and dipperies and fripperies and stuff with the Horton Studio. I don't remember playing them well or like anything about them. Just that I did some of them. T.S. Eliot, he's him. T.S. Eliot. I know the name. Writer, right? Sorry, I know many references, but to put them together, T.S. Eliot. Or who is him? Is me him? Am I him? Am I T.S. Eliot looking ass? Maybe so. But with better hair. Obviously. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. That F is really popping. It feels good. That feels good, and that's just for fun because that's not homework. Homework includes the Shostakovich, but I don't want to do the Shostakovich. Don Quixote. I also don't really want to do the Don Quixote, if I'm being honest. So let's try, here we go. And this is where hopefully the work on my lower register will be the most apparent. Hopefully. Because this one has the slur from F to the pedal F, from the F below middle C to the pedal pedal. I can actually kind of do them. So, we shall see. It took a cycle to get through and to like lock in, but that kind of was there. We kind of locked into it, if I'm being honest. More so than the first one was, but if you'll notice the slurs from the octave slurs from F to F, I think we missed it the first time, but the second time it was like it was there. It was there. That felt nice. How often do instruments like this need to be cleaned with all the tubes? I'd imagine the spit gets pretty gunky in there after a while, right? Yeah, it definitely will. Excuse me. So, and I spot cleaned. So, I would say every month or two, I would probably take all of the slides out and do a deep cleaning of the slides. Because I remember it was just before Valentine's Day. I took them all out and did a good hour and a half cleaning, put a snake through it, sort of did that sort of thing. And then last week I took some of them out because some of them get more use than others. For example, I always pull out my main tuning slide, which is here. I usually pull out my secondary tuning slide to get the water out. So those ones, and then also the third, you can, because the third valve here is the lowest point on the horn, so you can wiggle all your valves here and get all the water to go into 3 and trigger 3 by going yoop, and now it's all in these 2 valves. So you pull these ones out quite a bit to get all that water out. So what I would say then is like the second series valves, the first series valves, and thumb. This is the thumb valve. This one, less so. So I would do half of them probably like every month or so, because those I did just last week. And then the rest of them, since they don't get used, they don't get moved all that much, and the water doesn't collect, and then they don't have to be manipulated too much. Those probably a few more months. I'm actually overdue to take it into the shop and get the rotors cleaned, my thumb trigger has a spot of corrosion on it that like sometimes it'll stick, it'll hitch on, and then my first one just needs like some attention. I think it just needs, it's a little slow. So just want to make sure that those are, but otherwise, yeah, I would say, every couple of weeks, just as you see, like, because what happens with these that really needs cleaning is when I put valve oil in, because they have to go in the tubes here, and that can break down the slide grease. So then you end up with slide grease, slides that don't have grease, and valves that don't have oil. So that's a whole thing that you want to try and avoid as well as you can. But it's like looking at a New York subway map that needs to be tuned. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, which way are we going? Wait, are we going to? Yeah, very well could be. Corrosion entering panic mode because my trumpet hasn't been cleaned maybe ever. Seriously? Since you've owned it? What? Are you for real? Dude, I hate giving it a bath myself, but I love playing on a freshly cleaned instrument, And especially like a trumpet, I'm not trying to call anyone out, but I feel like that's easy mode when you don't have like rotary valves and strings and all kinds of stuff that you got to mess with. Like, yeah, you need to do that. That thing's gonna be nasty, dude. Hopefully not, but like, because and another thing that I think while I'm thinking about it, there's a little product called a spitball. It's like a foam little thing about yay big around, and in between deep cleanings, you shove it in your lead pipe, and you blow it through, and it kind of collects skunk. So it's a good like, intermediate step, such that you don't have to necessarily do an actual cleaning every so often. But I'm out of those. Should probably clean mine again at some point. Let this be your wake-up reminder. This is your alarm going off for all those who have not cleaned their instruments in the past, say, 2-3 months, the last calendar quarter. If since the first of the year you have not cleaned your instruments, I think it's a wake-up call. You might want to take a look at that. You heard you talk about those and looked at them. Dude, the spitballs are great. Yeah. Get you a thing, because it's a little like containers of them. There's 20, I think, or so in there. And each one, you stick it through, you shove it through, and they come out and they are nasty because they're collecting all that shit that accumulates. So it definitely prolongs the time between cleanings. I have a snake and I've snaked it once or twice. That's a good start. That's a great start. But you got other stuff that you got to do too. And I know that you know. I know you know that, Professor. I'm just going to grab a guitar and restring, clean it so I don't feel left out. Dude, I love that. I love that. Enjoy. What kind of guitars you working with? I have the old Ibanez acoustic and a Jackson Randy Rhoads model that I don't like to play, but I just like to look at. And a Jackson bass as well. The bass is a Jackson too, because apparently I'm just a sucker for Jackson guitars. I don't know why, it just kind of happens. Can do there. I don't know how well y'all can tell, but on the low register around a C or the B flat, I'm kind of doing like I'm pinching a lot harder and firmer than I have used to be doing. And that's kind of like when I said this might be the eureka that actually solves my low register, that's kind of what it's a pinching sort of feel. And so I'm kind of like figuring out where I need to shift. But I think if I just do the B flat on that, the rest are easy. Maybe. And apparently you're not supposed to breathe in the first 4 measures there, which is the whole from, that's where you're supposed to take your first breath. I don't know about all that. I want to get new strings for my ukulele, but part of the changing the strings, I'm going to take the tuning pegs off and add a carving to the headstock. Holy cow! You're going to make this a true, unique, one-of-one sort of instrument. Now that's fucking cool. That is really cool. What are you, so you're not replacing the tuning pegs for like new and improved, like custom tuning pegs, but it's so that you can get to the headstock to make a carving. What are you planning to carve? If I know anything about the professor, it's going to be a carving of 6 different instruments. You're going to have a clarinet, a flute or a quarter, a fife, a harmonica, an ocarina on the headstock of your ukulele. That's exactly what it is. Even if I'm wrong, tell me I'm right. Oh, goodness. Those Fs are kind of hitting today. Oh, that feels good. Gonna peace out and do some practicing. Have a good one. Enjoy it, Sig Figs. Great to see you as always, my friend. Have a great practice session. I will see ya. I'm gonna carve something I think the company should have done. They have 2 logos to their name and a circular design. I want to put the circular design on the headstock. Oh, that's really cool. So it will be like essentially a custom of that brand, because you're not going to be able to find another one from that company with such a headstock. Dude, that's really freaking cool. Adding a carving to a headstock would be super cool. I wish I knew how to carve. That's a really delicate art though. Agreed. And same. Very much same. Like I would never, dude, can I tell you? Like I am so scared to like actually do something. And let me tell you what I mean. So when I'm redoing my kitchen right now, my girlfriend and I are redoing my kitchen, and I am the researcher. I want to find, so we just put up drywall. I'm doing everything like how to know drywall, how to do the mud, how to stick it up, what problems are you gonna run into, like what tools are what access, like all this stuff. And I'm like, I am invested in research mode. And my girlfriend's out there, she's just taking the old panels down. She's like, oh yeah, it should be, and just boom. It's so interesting, like different skills and like defaults and mindsets that people have. Like my girlfriend will just get up and just start doing. Me, I have to spend 20 hours researching a thing before I, consider start doing, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Just go for it. But I would never be able to do something like that. Because I would never, one of these? Hell no. I'm not putting the carving onto any of these things. Are you joking? My uke is black, and there's a nice carving around the sound hole. And I want to fill both carvings with paint. Ooh, either white or red, and red strings. Wow, dude, that's so crazy. That's gonna look so like, ooh, that's gonna look sick. That's one reason I haven't started the project is I want to practice carving, see if I can use my router, if I should just use hand tools. That makes a whole lot of sense. Less than 20 bucks though. That's a good sacrificial. If ever there was going to be a sacrifice, that's not a bad one to sacrifice. But then if it screws up, then you gotta, you're kind of, well, maybe not out an instrument, just out a headstock. Indeed. All right, let's do last little bit before I gotta go get some lunch pretty soon, you guys. I am starving, but I want to make sure that we can do some last little bit of Mahler. It's Mahler 3. Focus. Last little bit of practice. We got to focus, camera. I want to do the low bit of Mahler 3. Okay, well those are the low bits of Mahler 3 kind of happening. That feels good. If I tried to carve anything into one of mine, I'd mess up from overthinking how permanent it is. That's why I'm so scared to start anything, because I'm like as soon as I start, it's the project is started, 1, must be completed, 2, and 3, if I run into anything that I don't know how to do, I'm gonna have to stop, and then it's gonna be an unfinished project, and then it's gonna extend, and the fact that it's not finished means that there's a greater than 0 chance that the project will just never be completed. So it's kind of that's why I have to know everything that could possibly go wrong beforehand, because if I have to stop and restart and then stop and then restart and then stop and research and restart, and like that's just it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I know myself, and that's just nope. I really hope that was something outside. Something sounded like it crashed. Hang on 1 second, chat. I'm gonna just want to take a look because we're about done. Let's pause the timer real quick. Okay, I just heard it again. I think that is a truck. Let me check out real quick. Yes, it is. It is someone's doing like a dumpster, heavy doors. That's what it was. The concern that I had was that it is windy, and I have some things in my backyard that could be caught by the wind. And if, God forbid, knock on wood, they get caught and like flew up on the roof or in the neighbor's yard or something like that, that would have been awful. But that's not the case, so we're good. Let's get timer going. And I missed. But if they'd done the 2 things that I want to do, the uke would have cost more. Probably would have had to buy a different one. That's true. That's true. In this way, you're getting the not the extra prestige, but the slightly elevated product yourself, because you, my friend, are an artisan. You are a craftsman. You see something that is not to your liking, and you say, "I will fashion it to my liking." And that is respectable. That is admirable. That is the peak of humanity, in fact. Maybe. I'm going to have to think on that one, but still. You know, that's not too bad there, y'all. I hate to do this. I think we're going to have to call time. For the first day of practice back, and here's the thing, is this is the first day back, and we're back in the groove, okay? I don't intend to take any sort of extended break like we did the past couple of weeks. That was just because of the mold issue in the house, and now that that is done, any sort of projects for the renovation shouldn't impact practice and streams, so we're back into it. I gotta get some lunch because I'm starving. So yeah, thanks everyone so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all immensely. Hope you all have a great rest of your Monday. Great start to your weeks. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye, everyone. Peace. See ya.